Shanti, welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 18. Siddhi Swaroop, embodiment of accomplishment, image of Satogun, image of compassion. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Everyone looks very, very happy. Happiness comes from lightness, and lightness comes from our truth and simplicity. As much there is truth, and as much our thinking and the mind is simple, that much there is happiness, there is lightness. So, what is Satogun about? Is this lightness, about truth, and a very, very simple nature, easy nature. Because sometimes everything is so simple and easy, we make it complicated, make it difficult. It's really depends on each one of us. In Rajogun, we make things complicated, difficult, impossible. Our thoughts are always like that. But when you become Sato, internally very calm, necessary thoughts, everything seems easy, everything seems possible because the heaviness of alloy has been removed. how heavy iron is, and then copper is, and how light the gold is, right? So, how to internally always uh, just focus on, I have to remember Baba. And as soon as you find that either you are not clear in thinking or you're thinking too much, oh, I have to remember Baba. Because if you keep going on, no, like if you are lost and you keep driving, and you end up in jungle or somewhere, then you don't know where to go now. Same in mind. It takes different directions. For me, as soon as I find it's not in right direction, I say stop it. We're not going further. You stop the topic there. Whatever you were thinking, you pause there. And then of course you will start thinking again, but not keep continuing. It's very, very beautiful experience inside. Whenever I find I'm not able to decide something immediately, okay, leave it now. Instead of deciding, wrong, it is better not to decide. No? And then when you're internally you're calm and you are clear, and then it's very easy then. It takes 1 minute. So Rajogun definitely is kind of heavier. Mm. But if I remind myself, I have to remember Baba. This way you will get a good practice of remembrance, which is very important. But on other side, you will not think extra. Mm. Because we think so much and then we have to wind up, pack those thoughts. A lot of work, right? Why I spread that much that I have to take so much time to withdraw and to kind of let go. And even if we use powers, but why not somewhere we find that its mind is not in a good stage because of whatever reason, don't think. So Sato stage is where you just share joy and happiness with each other. Sometimes you are joyful, sometimes you have to create joy and say, yeah, let's make it very joyful. Our conversation, our sharing of drishti, our presence, our company, for joy, for happiness. As I said, always it might not be like that, but we have capacity, to create. So what is right thing to create? A lovely atmosphere, a light atmosphere, because you will find any time what we are thinking and speaking about anything which is not pleasant, everything, whole energy becomes very heavy. And that is why the next thing is that, but how do I help others? All of us, I think each one has certain limits, right? Certain weaknesses. It's so interesting when you start looking at the weakness of someone, yours start emerging. Because the action is coming to someone's weakness from my weakness. So I'm allowing that to emerge. But what I have to do, all are Baba's children, they are brothers and sisters. I should have compassion. That is love. I should be kind. Sometimes you will find just say beautiful few kind words to someone. It really increases the enthusiasm. Love emerges in the heart for Baba. Enthusiasm, let's make efforts. Their churning begins. And it's not support. If someone thinks, oh, I'm giving support, or someone says, I'm taking support, no. But you receive something, but then also, uh, we have to make it our nature in such a way that others can take that help, take that light and light. Brahma Baba, I always notice detached observer walking around, not saying anything, and everyone feels lot of love, lot of vibrations of light. So we used to call Brahma Baba as moving light and lighthouse. That is why we created his memorial now. So experiment. We all can experiment. Is I observe that this is not right, or there could be better, or this person can improve. But if we go little bit in detail, I find internally that I become weak. I don't know how many of you realize, but for me, anytime it goes little more, yeah, one is to become aware. But then if you keep going on, then internally you start feeling you losing your power also. Mm. So it's very, very interesting that unless we share uh, our love, lightness, and power, we will also become the victim of the weaknesses. So that's what Baba meant that uh, see how you can help souls. Not see if you keep making aware to that soul. Look, you have this, you do that, you. So what happened? That soul becomes very much aware, and that awareness is not healthy. So someone was asking, you must be listening to Sister Jayanti's revision of Murli. So she gave answer for weakness and however compassion can help. So if someone is not able to, but one is okay, always thinking of removing weakness, but what about cultivating virtues? Let's say if I say no, I have to keep increasing my love or patience, right? So I keep doing it. So I'm cultivating these new sanskar. So sanskars of criticizing, looking at someone's weakness, all that will gradually disappear. When I came in Gyan, I just thought it's a lot of pressure all the time to think, I won't do this, I don't have to do this, and this is not. So I thought, I will do what I have to do. I always remind myself, think what I have to think, say what I have to say, do what I have to do, right? And automatically, when you are inculcating these new sanskars with virtues, then automatically after sometimes you look back and say, oh my, this weakness is gone. I didn't know. I never thought I was like that. So it's a very, very gentle, royal way uh, of becoming what Baba wants us to become is Sato Pradhan. It's a feeling, let's say, for a few moments, just imagine in golden age, there is love, love for each other, there is peaceful nature, it's lot of harmony, kind-hearted, sharing. It's very, very important to have kind heart. Doesn't mean that you are not firm. So how do I become Sato? Of course, in Baba's remembrance, but also by inculcating some virtues so that compassion emerges. You try to protect, you try to save, you try to cooperate, you try to help. Mercy is something like, okay, I feel mercy on this soul. It's different than compassion. Mercy is like feeling sorry for someone, but then kindness is better. But then compassion has love, kindness, forgiveness, love, kindness, forgiveness, many other qualities of sharing comes when there is compassion. I remember that when this corona began, I always say, because when people have lost karuna, compassion, destroy animals, destroy nature, destroy this, kill this one, kill there. So what will happen then? Karuna is lost, then karuna comes, right? I remember I wrote few points and I still say, have karuna, you won't get karuna. Because somewhere reaction of our karmas come back, right? If some people want to just eat animals alive, or even out of greed destroy nature, so what will happen? There will be lot of sufferings by nature. Many different ways sufferings will come. So when you have compassion, then you will experience that how all the time you have so much love. And your love and kindness, drishti of love and kindness will help souls. In the sense of they will say, oh, I can have patience. Instead of saying I shouldn't get impatient, then what will happen? I shouldn't be angry. But if you are peaceful, you won't feel like getting angry, right? So sometimes we always think like I have to remove this, I have to get out of this, I have to change this habit, but what should I inculcate? That is more, we should underline that. And I like that approach of becoming, of receiving, of inculcating. So Sunday is only one very important point which I haven't completed churning is inculcate blessings. Inculcating knowledge we know. Inculcating virtues we know. But what is inculcating blessing? So today I read blessing, heard blessing, and then I was thinking, what is inculcating? So everything I want to inculcate, first there has to be churning clarity. Then first step is I think based on that blessing. I think based on that blessing. So through my mind, serving through the mind, I am sharing blessing with others. And after that, I am speaking that. And then in action also, I'm using that blessing. So inculcation really always is words and actions. Then it becomes yours, right? And that's what Baba wants us to be image of all the blessings which he gives. So it's very, very very rich and royal way of becoming that image, one who grants blessing. So our homework, our siddhi, our thought is to be a compassionate soul, to be image of compassion. It's not you are forcing love, but what Baba gives. We always have the song that one who, Karuna, he is the one who really is compassionate. What is most compassionate? So we think of his virtues, his powers, always sing his praise in the mind. And this will help you to experience what is compassion, and you will be compassionate. So also do homework of inculcation of blessing, becoming Siddhi Swaroop, and also inculcating blessings. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Journey Adi Ratan, a rare jewel of great courage, pioneering a path to the new world.
Our ancestors are the direct children of God, seated at the foundation of the tree, such that they give power to every branch. We remember their renunciation, tapasya, and tireless service, presenting the most elevated gift from God, the original jewels, Adi Ratan. Being merged in God's love, Dadi Gange broke the locks, cut the bondages, and surrendered in the yajna. In the early days, Dadi Gange was deeply touched by the atmosphere of Om Mandali. After some time, the anti-Om Mandali had grown its power. Dadi Gange's family started to stop her from going to Baba. Dadi used to say, "I can live without eating for many days, but I cannot live without drinking this nectar of knowledge." After many attempts to stop our Dadi Gange, her family decided to get her married. Dadi constantly used to sing, "I am the true Gyan Mira. Mine is just the one Girdhar Gopal and no one else. I have already married my Baba. How can I become someone else's now?" After hearing this, Dadi's family had locked her in one of the rooms with no lights and no windows. Dadi stayed there for 2 weeks without any food or water. she was constantly immersed in Baba's love. Baba used to entertain her through many visions of Sri Krishna. Baba dispelled all the darkness in the room through his light and love. After a few days, this message reached Sakar Baba in Om Mandali. Hearing this, Baba sent Dadi Prakashmani ji with a letter to Dadi Gange. Dadi Prakashmani ji used to climb to the terrace of the house and go inside the chimney without anyone knowing. She would give the letter to Dadi, fill her with jewels of knowledge, and come back. Just like this, Baba sent many sisters with letters in those 2 weeks. It was truly the scene of Ramayana, where all the instrument sisters became Hanuman and connected the true Sita with one Rama. After a few weeks, Dadi Gange's Laukik sister and brother had come to India from abroad. They saw the condition of Dadi and took her with them. This is how Dadi became liberated from the bondages of relationships and surrendered herself to the yajna. Dadi Gange, along with Dadi Manohar Indra, became instruments in serving at the banks of river Yamuna and Ganga. Baba called both of them the purifiers Har Gange. Once, Baba sent Dadi Gange and Dadi Manohar to Jodhpur on service. After serving there for a week, they were returning back to Abu. As soon as they sat in the train, 2 men came over and started to say, "You have not shared any knowledge with us. We want our families to listen to this knowledge. Come to our home for 2 days and serve there." Dadis replied, "We are returning now, and we will come some other time." However, they did not agree, and they said, "The train is still here. We can cancel the ticket." They forcefully got Dadis out of the train. Dadis thought, "All right, let's serve them for 2 days and then return." In a horse-drawn carriage, they were taking them towards their home. Looking at the road, Dadi started to get suspicious and question them. "This does not look like a regular path. By the way, where is your home?" They started to say, "It's just about to come." Dadi saw that it was a remote area and pitch dark. Dadi invoked her Shakti form and stopped the carriage. Dadi said, "Where is your family? First, bring them here, then only we will come." After looking at Dadi's power, the two men started to point a gun towards them in anger. Dadi said, "We are not the ones to be scared of your gun." She was constantly in Baba's remembrance and told the one riding the carriage not to move from there. Dadi remained firm in her Shakti form, and looking at their fearsome drishti, both men instantly ran away. Baba became the canopy of protection. After that, when Dadi shared the incident with Baba, Baba taught them, "Such challenges will come. It is one of the forms of Maya. When you make decisions with foresight, you will be saved from such deception." This is how Dadi continued to receive Baba's guidance to face many such challenges in the field of service. Dadi was the main instrument in Uttar Pradesh and also the national coordinator of the religious wing. Dadi flowed on the field of service like the true river of Ganga. She became an instrument in serving many eminent people like the Shankaracharya. She truly was the master protector, the liberator, and the purifier of this unlimited yajna.
Om Shanti. Interesting story, right? Sometimes we thought that we know everything in Yagya, right? But when we dig into these books and the experiences which daddies have, it's amazing. If we had to face this kind of situation, we have to think what we can do, right? So we had to emerge that Shakti form. But I think it's important that to have that practice and have that stage, so that we can do the same. Anyway, dadis are always inspiring us, right? Even though they are in their Avyakt form. So we have to follow Baba, Mama, and our dadis. So now let's, before we get our homework, I want to announce a very important program. So all Hindi speaking brothers and sisters. So we have a public program for Hindi. So this is the program, Diwali program. It's in Hindi. So I'm going to say in Hindi. So you can invite all those who understand Hindi. This is the public program. So सभी हिंदी जो भी समझते हैं, आपके फ्रेंड्स, फैमिलीज जो भी हैं, आप सबको इनवाइट कर सकते हैं ये दिवाली के पर्व पर। शनिवार अक्टूबर 30, समय दोपहर 12 से 1 बजे तक मोहिनी दीदी हमारे साथ शेयर करेंगे। और यह दिवाली प्रोग्राम खास हिंदी में रखा गया है, तो उसका जूम आईडी भी है और पासकोड भी है, बीके दिवाली। आप इसका फोटो ले सकते हैं और फ़ोन नंबर, ईमेल एड्रेस, यूट्यूब लिंक भी लगाई हुई है। और ख़ास जो भी आप जिनको भी इनवाइट करें, आप प्लीज़ उन्हें कहिए कि वो रजिस्टर ज़रूर करें, ताकि हम उनको टाइम से रिमाइंडर भेज सके। तो आप देख सकते हैं नीचे रजिस्टर लिंक भी लगाई है, tiny.cc बीके दिवाली। सो ये हम बहुत अच्छी तरह से हिंदी में दिवाली का प्रोग्राम प्लान किया हुआ है। दिस इज द प्रोग्राम इन हिंदी। इट्स ऑन 30th of October, Saturday, time 12 to 1. So this is the Zoom ID 915-3810-7928. Please take a picture. Even though you don't understand Hindi, maybe you can invite those who understand Hindi. So sometimes, our neighbors, there's some Indian background, they understand Hindi. You can always invite them as well. And please make sure that when you invite, tell them to register as well. So tiny.cc/bk Diwali, so that we can send them reminders time to time. So please, this is the chance to serve our friends and families. So please do invite them. So Shubh Diwali, this is the public program. You can invite anyone. Okay, so that's the thing. And this is for public, but then we have our Avyakti Parivar Diwali, and that is on 31st of October. 31st October, Sunday evening, special bhog and Diwali with Avyakti Parivar. Diwali day is on 4th of November, but we are celebrating a little bit early because that day is a weekday. So we thought we'll do it on Sunday. So please save the date. So we'll be together, over bhog, and celebrate together. Thank you very much. Now, let's get our homework and drill. So let's invite our angel brother Dev. Welcome.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti to all the images of Satyagun. Didi, as I was reading the Murli this morning, one of the points that Baba shared was that for those who have come late, Baba was speaking to them saying that day by day, new points will emerge or deeper points will emerge. They can study that and go ahead of the older ones. And I felt that one of the ways, perhaps there are many ways, Baba's ways, but one of the ways I felt is that every day in this Avyakti Parivar in the evening, so many points are being clarified. And in such a simple way and easy way for all of us to understand and for all of us to really go fast and come first. So I don't know if I should say thank you to Baba, thanks to Didi, thanks to Drama, or perhaps to all three. Thank you for this opportunity that everybody is receiving. Today's sharing was definitely something deep as it was yesterday and other days. And I felt that instead of focusing on what we had to remove, it's definitely good to focus on what I have to inculcate. And secondly, we had to share, unless we share love, lightness, and power and compassion, we can become easily the victims of the weaknesses of others. So it's so important that my focus is on sharing love, compassion, instead of seeing the weakness in others. So tomorrow we'll practice this beautiful virtue of compassion as our Siddhi Swaroop. Let's get our homework now. Siddhi is image of compassion. And the drill, I, the soul, surrender my every moment and every thought to Baba. Baba and I, the soul, are combined. Through Mansa Seva, I give souls extra power of my good wishes. Now, let's practice this drill for a few minutes. Om Shanti.
Image of compassion. I, the soul, surrender my every moment and every thought to Baba. Baba and I, the soul, are combined. Through Mansa Seva, I give souls extra power of my good wishes. I, the soul, surrender my every moment and every thought to Baba. Baba and I, the soul, are combined. Through Mansa Seva, I give souls extra power of my good wishes. Om Shanti.